Morning traders. Welcome to today's trade ideas and signal. Here we are in the markets, and we continue from where we left off yesterday in our episode, I think 67, 68, like that. Okay, so I've been talking about all these levels from the past, and I talked about all these levels being our what is it called? Being our dealing range. And this is the 50% of the dealing range. And if you've been following me from previous times, you will know how I picked this particular range here. I talked about money being transferred to this level, but we picked this strong low on our um on our low higher time frame, which is daily. So we picked this strong low from that particular level. But based on what the market is doing currently, so a lot of things are happening at the same time. We have war going on here and there. So, and yesterday we opened to a very big gap on Euro USD. So it was during Trump's announce uh, as winner of the president of the United States that we've had such a big what is it called in the markets last. So here we are in the markets, and you know, number one, I would like to take it from top to from our structure level, and before we go into the bigger side of the something. So we just review it from beginning. We talked about this particular, like even though on other PS, uh, all these buys are not there, even on good that is correlated with Euro USD. What we're having there is just market is still going down, and we are still in a downtrend on good. Don't know. Let me check this morning. Maybe we have still, if you change the rest, as you can see, market is still moving, it's still going lower on something, as you can see, daily. I've predicted this higher movement in the market long, 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 long. But I just like to keep my egg in one basket as far as trading is concerned. So, and that's the reason I picked Euro USD to just do my own analysis. And at the same time, instead of spreading my risk around here and there. So, but sit with this particular one and move from it. Okay, so we talked about this particular leg being our major structure, and I also talked about how money has been transferred from this previous low to this particular level, and it automatically becomes a strong low. And this is the major reason why I stick to Euro USD, and I only want to trade just one pair in the sense that we really don't care. And overnight, I meditated over the fact that okay, we there is difference between technical analyst and trader. Because a trader is here to make money, but technical analyst is just trying to figure out and analyze where the market is going next. And I think as a technical analyst, I'm still correct. Very, very correct. Because we started off on weekly internal structure and I talked about how we'll be anticipating higher prices in the market. And that's as a technical analyst. And coming down to trading aspect of it, we try to capitalize on making money based on our something, based on our our anticipation in the market and what we are actually expecting in the market. So, uh, okay, I talked about something, I guess, yesterday. Okay, it was this particular level here on weekly that I was actually anticipating. Okay, yeah, 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 yeah. So I was anticipating this particular leg on weekly. But the internal structure above this level has done that. So there are two things that are very, very crucial. Number one, higher time frame point of entry surpass lower time frame point of entry. And no matter what, no matter how what is it called? The 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 way POIs that is being generated along the line on lower time frame. If higher time frame point of entry is still very much involved, then we can know for sure that okay, the market is going to still do what is going to transcend those ones into higher time frame point of entries. So regardless of whatever that is happening in the market here and there over the something, a lot of things are still going to happen. So you have this level, this particular leg here. Let's stand if you guys see that now. So we are talking about two things in the market, right? And number one is higher time frame point of entry transcend lower time frame point of entry. And another thing I've talked about is being a technical analyst is different from being a trader. But you have to be two for you to make money. Because if you don't have, we have fundamental analysis, we have technical analysis, and we have sentimental analysis. So, but we as a technical analyst, we have to just stick directly with our something. And being an analyst as so, I mean, I've said in the past that, okay, we're anticipating higher prices on here. But before it achieve that, there'll be a lot of movement within all those levels. And as you can see, as a trader, we are trying to make money off our prediction, of our speculation. I don't like using the word prediction, of our speculation, because at the end, as a trader, we are speculators. So we talked about this internal structure, and I was anticipating that, okay, maybe it's going to give us something into the eyes. And based on the kind of reaction we are having here on 4 hour and the way it was moving, this in my trap, what trapped me as a trader is this particular leg here, this imbalance, bigger imbalance that was created here. So, and having such a very big imbalance in the market, kind of give me the fact that, okay, maybe market has shifted and we talked about, even though I said it in the past that okay, we've created a shift, but before I can all go all in on sell, I will have this low or this particular one being transcended in the market, but I did eventually take out my, what is it called here, I, I took out my the trace that I've set here to capitalize on this move upward. I've taken it out anyway. I took it out in the past, so I wasn't able to capitalize on this because of this imbalance. And I was saying that okay, we've gone to the right side of the market, but I still made mention that okay, we're coming, but all these things are just our speculations. Our market can do before it will even do our biddings, in the eventually must have lose all our accounts if care is not taken. And that's the reason why pure risk management is advised in the market. And as we have it now, we have a lot of movement and as a trader, we are unable to fully capitalize. And the reason why we are unable to capitalize on it fully is because we are using 1 to 5. Because let's assume we use 1 to 3 from all these levels here. In fact, our TPs eat severally before what is it called? Before we have this shift again in the market. And since we have this shift now, we can now continue. And yesterday in our episode, I talked about how I'm anticipating the closure above this high or below this low. So whichever one comes first will determine what I'm going to do in the market. So, and as we have it, we have this particular level being transcended in the market. So, and then definitely we're going to be looking for buys in the market. So, and that will be our something at least for now. So we are going with buys, and anything can happen in the market. To me, I am only using 2% of my account, so I have zero something to worry about. Zero, 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 zero. I have nothing. This is the level I picked on daily just now, and as you can see, it's aligned perfectly. So what we're going to do is just to break the something down and still continue with that buy. So personally, until I'm not ready to take out all this level, this is our weak high that we are anticipating the market is going to take. And the one thing I learned about this thing is to just shut out, or I mean, shut out, what is it called? The external noises, all other people's analysis here and there. They are shouting here and there that this and that news, clinical, and war and all those stuff. Even though it's reflecting in the market, but at the same time, over time, our analysis survived it. And the only thing I learned from the something is maybe we should be using 1 to 3 so that at least we can increase our probability, winning probability in the long run. And at the same time, still come back to some kind of Um, okay, we can still be anticipating this level though. So we have this particular leg, but this is a very massive something on daily. So the very big other block. As you can see, we have a lot of things within it. On 4 hour, this level here is a perfect one, perfect entry for something, but we might not be anticipating because there is a lot of something in the market currently. So we can be expecting maybe on daily, let's pick it that way so that at least. So personally, we're going to be shifting to buy. We're going to be shifting to buy because we've seen a very, very massive movement. We just continue to flow with the market regardless, no matter what is happening in the market. Just speaking from yesterday's analysis, we are going from this particular leg. We close above this peak range that I talked about yesterday. So when we were us going above it, then yeah, automatically becomes a structure. And I personally believe that money has been transferred from all this level to this level because number one, we have a TC here. We have a shift. This is a very massive shift in the market. Let's take out this one. Let's turn it to a shift. So that's a very massive shift in the market. And that's a major MSS. And this particular one here turns to trend change. So we have a structure break above, then automatically here turns to our strong low. Then we are using structure anyway. The structure is everything. Strong glue. And I guess we are creating weak high already. So that's another major weak high, at least for now. So we know that okay. Eventually, so B here automatically becomes our dealing range again. So that place becomes our dealing range. And above this level, if we look at daily, we can be anticipating some kind of movement into the 50% of the something. But nonetheless, we try and see what it is on the lower time frame, this particular leg here. So we're going to have double entry anyway, because personally, I have level, I have time frame because I so much believe in this block that we have here. So what we're going to basically do is to get it long from that particular leg. How many pips? 84. So and we're going to pick it to me. And, now, this internal structure is trying to give some kind of reaction, but I don't think it will be able to sustain the price from going low. I mean, from going high. So, okay. So, this is the internal structure they are trying to bank on, and that's live perfectly, and that's 19 pips in the market. And we're going to be using 1 to 3 because of, you know, I figured as as a technical analyst, our analysis on something can still be correct, but at the same time, we've got to be very careful when it comes to picking our trade as a trader, as a speculator in the market. So that will give us 60 pips. Okay, 60 pips, and that lie perfectly with our weak high over there. So this will be our first level of trade. Then, if we are to come below 50%, this is another level here, 4 hour. I believe we can do what. So this particular leg here. So I trust that level too. So it's just going to be like this. And okay, into this particular level here. So now we still move, we just turn into 27. And that's times 3, 21, 81. So 21 pips. That's 1 to 3. And as you can see, this would be anything that happen in the market, bro. Any fucking thing can just happen in the market. And personally, I'm not taking anything personal. So this internal structure, this little one can give send prices to the eye. And as you can see, it's giving us that kind of reaction. already. But I kind of not trusting it because anything can happen and we'll be anticipating this move. So henceforth, I guess we're going to be using 1 to 3 just for us to do to be able to capitalize on the moves. We will stick to 1 to 5 as a financial analyst, at least to serve as our projection into the future of our speculation. But if we want to capitalize on our move, we just take 1 to 3. And if we study numbers game very well, the winning probability of 1 to 3 is higher than the winning probability of 1 to 5. Hence, we can quickly, the only difference in 10, we are trying to win just two for us to have 20% gain in 1 to 5. But the same thing can be achieved in with 1 to 3 just by winning extra one, which means even in 10, we are only looking for two of 1 to 5 in 10. But with 1 to 3, we can have more than four because over time it has proven itself that okay, we've got enough, even with what we try to capitalize on within this level here. A lot of trades that I took gave me pure 1 to 3 without wasting time. And instead of us waiting for this before we are able to capitalize on our moves, all those ones I believe is going to stop. And the reason why we are stopping here is because of this particular leg. This leg here has mitigated all these levels that we have. But if we try to study it lower, we see. But anything can happen in the market. Any fucking thing can happen in the market. But this TC, I'm expecting it to serve as a mitigation block. Keeping that's going to the only reason why I'm picking this level is because it's below what is it called? It's below the 50% something. If we study it of 1 hour, it's kind of like the leg that was used, it's a mitigation block. It's just like breaker block when we have something like this turtle soup in the market when the liquidity below either high or low was taken. So now we're going to be sticking with these two trays, at least for now, just for us to kind of move forward and follow with the market. So sitting on our hands, just proper risk management. Anything can happen in the market. Even this moves that happened yesterday, it unfolded before me. And this, I picked this particular level yesterday, and it did materialize it even before going back up. This particular level was materialized, and this movement here, so I was able to kind of like when I woke up, I saw this something. I was saying, okay, we can have some kind of reaction from this level into the low. Well, we did have it. So if we pick it 1 to 5, we wouldn't have been able to achieve it before it goes into the high. But if let's assume as a speculator, which trader we are, we can quickly capitalize on 1 to 3. And this movement that we have now here. So because of everything that is happening, and I'm not actually expecting that we can just continue to surge up just like that. So I was just like, wow, and we have all these legs here. Don't mind you, all these ones are liquidity void, and I believe it has been capitalized on. So 15 minutes is creating swing from this particular level. So we can be anticipating the highs. The kind of movement we are having. And that's another thing I need from all this level. If we didn't have a proper imbalance in the market, then we can be capitalizing on our moves. So all these ones that we are creating, then this kind of movement, I'm not going to be trusting it because it's just giving a reaction from this internal structure that we have here into the eyes. And once it's done with that, you can be expecting some kind of movement into the loop. So we'll be sticking with this two. With this one getting validated, then we can be anticipating that okay, this is the level we are dealing with, but this is the other block here that we are anticipating that okay, at least it's going to be met before going up. So the video is becoming too long, but I believe one way or the other, we've learned something from it. And at the same time, we are able to capitalize on this. So I believe we've learned a lesson, and subsequently we're going to be differentiating between being a trader and technical analyst. So we've been operating as both from the past, but we are projecting our expectation from technical analysis to being a trader without fully capitalizing on our on price movement. We are here to make money, regardless of how pure our analysis is. If we are not making money, then it means nothing. So that's that about that, Sha. Let's move. And you see, And that's another thing I talked about. Being a speculator would have taken this particular leg anyway. So that's one thing. Let's check it on 4 hour, and you know that's what we are trying to capitalize on. So this now we have oh yeah, okay. And take 1 to 3 from this something. That's 8 pips, and that will be 24. So 24 pips return. And I believe markets can quickly do that before it comes that anything can happen in the market, Anything can just happen in the markets. And that's that. That's that. Mm. So, mm. so as a as a trader, as you can see, yeah, that 1 to 3 can materialize, come back into this internal structure. So we are still using 1 to 5 eyes to look at all these things, and that's the reason why. So 1 to 3 can every entry now. We can now begin to take every entry without any something. So we will adjust over time. We are just over time. We are just because as we are seeing here, 1 to 3 can quickly materialize before we come down. But we are still weathering up what we experience here, even though I said I'm not going to be taking any interest. But if we do analysis within minutes and we're able to spot some key levels that we market price can react from, then why not take it? And that is exactly what we are doing here. So I didn't plan to take any trades today. I just plan to, but I wish to just come update you guys on what is happening in the markets and what to look forward to. But seeing all these levels here is a very massive and pure ones. And why not? Why can't we take them? So I believe that's the case, at least for now. Without wasting time. Thank you very much. Anything can happen though. Anything can happen. That's the essence of the market. So we can do analysis, do that. The reason why we are learning so much is to avoid losses. But we still lose. So just switch it from analysis to uh, numbers game. Then you have peace of mind. All you have to do is just, picking your risk reward like this. And eventually, I was able to absorb all the something we have here because my risk reward ratio isn't that one and my risk management isn't that. So with time, we'll get it right and we're going to get back into shape. You don't have to be taking things so personal. Trading is personal at the same level as at the same time when it comes to psychologically. It is not personal. And that's how it is. Thank you. Have a blessed day and profitable week ahead. Bless us. Amen.